Hello everyone, I hope you are having a great time. Let me just arrange my computer. This one we don't need, this one we need, and okay, so we will close this one and share screen. Good. Okay, let's minimize this one, move this one. This. Very good. And we can Conda. Very good. So, can you hear me? Raise your hand if you can.
Yes.
Good, thank you.
Yes, sir.
Okay, great. Then lower your hand so I don't expect. Yeah, you can hear me. Very good. Okay, so today we will be talking about continue our pandas. We'll do some more exercises and do some grouping of data and some charting and things like that. But before I start, any questions you have or general thing that you want to share, or we have some time before everybody join. We have 70 now. I think we'll welcome. So do you have any questions for me? You can raise your hand if you have questions. I can see the chat here. Good afternoon. Very good. Good afternoon. Okay, everyone. Like that. Okay. And I can see there's one hand here. Stephen. Yeah, go Stephen.
I remember when we were doing it in Java, we had like the scanner system, right? Can we do the same in Python?
Oh, can you repeat again?
We had the scanner function in Java that made the
Yeah.
user put in their own input. Can
Yes.
we do
Yeah,
that
the
in
same
Java?
thing. Yeah, it's same thing in Java. There's something called input. It's just input. If you use input directly in Java, in Python, that will work. For example, if I come here, let me come here and open a new one and say x equal input enter your name, and do this. You just do here, it will ask you for a name. Say my name is Ahmed, and then it will take it. So in the next line, for example, you can say, sorry, I deleted it and I said, what is that? Anyway, add, if you say x equal input. This is simple here, yeah? Enter your name. It can be name, can be a number, can be anything. And then you can come here and you say print X, then that will work. So if I say Hamad or Dhabi, and then I'll get Hamad there. And then that X you can use in anything. So input directly is the same as a scanner, much easier than scanner, isn't it?
Yeah.
Any other question? Then if no more questions, let's continue our work. Okay, so the last thing we had, so last time we spoke about pandas, we spoke about the data structure, but I think you already know the data structure. No need for talking about it again. But pandas is a very strong library, and I think last time we had the chance to look at pandas library. I need to move this one away from here to somewhere here. Okay, pandas. And then we went there and we looked at pandas here, and we have seen the tutorials and documentation. There's lots of documentation, user guide to do. And pandas is very strong, and the good thing it's well documented. So if you look at anything, you look at, for example, viewing data. If you click here, you will find codes there that you can try to test how to view data. But here, when you deal with pandas, you need to follow the sequence, because if data is loaded somewhere, if you come back and try to call it again, it will not work. I'll show you what I mean. Let me close this one. This is the project we worked on it last time. I'll open it now. And you notice here, this part is importing and connecting to the data. If I do not run it and run only this one, because I think I did run it before in the memory. If I start everything and run it without running this line, I will get an error here. Data will not come on the screen, because basically you need to run the cells in sequential way to do it. And this is important step you need to do to make sure that you run the data in sequential way. And that's how it works. When you come to the tutorial, if you have some examples here that deal with something, reading data, you need to find this data. Of course, here they're talking about some files that the reading and things like that. So the sequence is important, and it's very powerful. By the way, what call it? Close this one. Let's look at ChatGPT. ChatGPT, when it analyzes data, it creates a Java Python code. And let me go to where we have our file. This is Pandas. We have the file here. Let me take this file and drop it into ChatGPT and say, analyze, describe the structure of this data. If I say that to ChatGPT, what ChatGPT will do will actually write a Python code to read this data and then extract the report. So how it did this header, which is the same header we had there, it has written a code that read the data and then display the header here. So it used Python to do this. And now it does its interpretation of what has happened. I think in the setting, I can do data control, not data control, general, and allow to see the code. Yeah, if you do this now, let's me say describe this. Let me delete this one and do it again. So make sure it does the right thing. Now you will be able to see that describe this data. What makes ChatGPT powerful is actually this ability to create and run Python code. So here what it did, it's Python now. it did create the file, created a variable called file path, and this is the path to the file, which I uploaded. The uploaded file went into a folder called metadata, and this is the file name. And then used Pandas to read Excel file, the same thing we did. Yeah, same thing we did. Now, what it did, it checked the information by saying the data, sales data, okay, information, created variable, is sales data.info. And the same thing for the head, the same thing for the head. And then it displayed the information and the head, which came like this. This is the information about it, and this is the head, header or head of that one. And now based on that, it started analyzing what came from this output and came with this one saying the data set contains 2,823 entries and 25 columns. Here are the details, and these are the columns. So this order number, this is the quantity of, and then these are the things, and gave this description. So if I say group sales by, I select here product code, or by product line maybe. This is the product line, or by the state, what is country? Yeah, last time we did the country. I need something easier to, so when look at it, we know it, because those numbers are, sorry, today I do not sound well, so sorry for that. So group sales by country. Now what it did, it went and did this one. We will be spending some time today learning how to group items. So he used the command group by, and then selected country and cells, because you need the two, and did find the sum of that one and reset the index. So it came with this one. We have, these are the countries. So from Australia, this is the amount of cells, or to Australia, Austria, and things like that to do. So it came with that. And now, because it is a ChatGPT, it has the data. Now it can do some interpretation and explanation on the data. So it just came with this paragraph saying the sales data grouped by the country show total sales of the country. The United States has the highest sales, followed by Spain, France, and others. So what makes ChatGPT strong is Python. One of the things, not only Python, but Python contribute a lot to it, because it can perform some computational and analytics before it displayed on the screen. And you can see the code here. So if you enable the code, you will be able to see how it works. You will learn a lot from this as well. Of course, it can perform analysis, analysis on the sales data. Let's just say that. And now it can go. So now we say this is the analysis it will perform. It will look at sales distribution by country, monthly and quarterly sales trend, product line performance, data size analysis, customer analysis. That's what it will do. And now it will start. We already have the sales data grouped by country, so we can visualize it. Then the monthly and quarterly, we will group the sales, and now started doing the Python code to group and do things. And then now created the visual using the MATLAB plot. And came with this graph. There's another graph here. This graph is monthly sales trend. It shows it was doing great. The highest one is November, and then there's a decline, big decline here. And then shows quarterly sales every 3 months, or 4 months, how much this data is doing, and the monthly and quarterly sales. And now this is another product line performance. There's some product lines with different product lines. These are the product line: classic cars, motorcycle, planes, ships, trains, and things like that. These are the sales by the product line, and this is the visual graph doing this. You will see now why you teach us pandas if ChatGPT can do this. This is a good question. We'll answer it later. Product line performance. This is explanation and interpretation of that. Now, and here data, the deal size analysis, and now it does group by deal size and sales, and then take the sum of them, and then reset the index. We'll look at that, and then now came with this data size analysis. You need version 4 or a paid version to be able to do this, but if you don't have it, you can do it yourself. Yeah. You can write script, and every time you upload the file, it does everything. Okay, we'll come to that. Okay, so this is the large and deal size analysis. The medium one is the largest one. Deal size analysis, medium size deal contribute the most of the overall sales, followed by small and large deal. Okay, and that's it. And then now looking at customer analysis. And again, grouping is one effective way to do these things. So you group by customer, by sales. You cannot group by only customer name without sales, because you need to know how much that customer did buy. Then you need to link the two together. Give me a second. I have to mute to answer this call. Sorry, my apology. That was an urgent call that I have to answer. Okay, so you can see all this can be done through. Now the question is, you will ask, why I'm teaching you this to do if ChatGPT can do it. ChatGPT can do many things, as you know. Can write articles, can do everything. Is it a replacement of human? No, it's not a replacement of human. It has a limit. It has its limit. And knowing how it works, it gives us more strength and more experience on making best use of it. If we don't know how it works, then we just think it's a machine that you get your data and give you back the data. It does lots of things in the back end. Knowing that now it's used Python to execute those analysis, and how it does it the way we're doing it ourselves. It gives you strength in terms of being able to use it. And then knowing the tools, the command, the language, the structure, it will allow you to do more than what ChatGPT can do. So it's important you know that. And then this knowledge, you can use it to create an automated system. You can build a system when your users or your company can upload just a file somewhere in a folder, and the system automatic will take this data and run all the processes needed, and then can integrate with ChatGPT to do some interpretation of the data to do. So that will give you strength, and knowing the language is can give you more. And Python can do more than just data analysis. If we have time, we can look at computer vision, which the ability to recognize images, faces, movies, and do things related to that. You can do very scientific calculation using something called NumPy, another library, which very powerful in terms of analyzing large data and making use of numerical data to do. There are so many huge libraries that you can learn, and knowing the skills will help you to go to the next level. There are debates that ChatGPT will maybe reduce the programming needs. Yes, or maybe it will do, but you still need to be able to make a sense of this programming and build advanced ones, and you can link things together. ChatGPT will not give you a full solution end to end. You need to find a way how to link things together. If you don't know the basics of how these languages or these tools work, you will not be able to make that link and create a full ecosystem that help and solve difficult problems. Let's go back to our slides. Where did I put the slide? Here they are. So we said Pandas is very strong, and we have seen that it's been used in ChatGPT and other programming artificial intelligence like Gemini, like Claude, and those, they use it in the back end. They don't show it, but ChatGPT will show you exactly what's being executed if you want to know. And that's important, so you make sure to verify, did ChatGPT do the right thing or not? Because you can see the code now, because sometimes ChatGPT does make mistakes, and knowing it is important. Okay, so we said we import. Now clear for us, you call it PD, you call it whatever. You can create this something called series, which you can convert a list to a series. Also, you can use data frame, which usually convert a dictionary to a data frame. But you also can read data from Excel, from comma separated file, from JSON file, from the web file. I think I have a video here. Let me see, I can show you. I did some, let me just find it first. I have here, yeah, let me share. This is another page I have for a course. I'll share screen in a second. Let me share screen. I will share with you that page. I think it's here. Where is it? Where is it? Okay. I have so many pages here. Oh, here's it. So let me give you this link as well. This link is one of my YouTube channels where I did teach Python and Java and many things. If you come to this page, there is this video I created some time ago. So you can read from HTML page. If you go through this video, this will give you an example of reading from our page. Let me today do it this way because I do not sound well. So let's give you some interesting things. Let's see if that will be interesting. Listen to this video. So have you read how you can read data from a live website? Been talking about Excel. Let's now look at a live website, and we will take an example of the Arab Arabian Gulf League, which they league, and then from that one we will go and read this live data and get this table and do something with that table. So let's go back here and create a new Python. We'll call it HTML or read HTML, and we'll select 3.6 as usual, and we go there. Now here is our HTML.
Sir, can you please increase the volume?
Import. This is the maximum volume I can do, but maybe. Pandas, import Pandas as PD, and then we say score, for example, equal pandas.read what? HTML, correct. And then here quotation, we need the URL. We need the address, yeah? So where is the address? You go here, this is the address. See, it starts by HTTP, yeah? S. And that's secured, so we can take it with no. Yeah, so maybe I can explain it here. Basically, it's similar to, let's see, similar to read Excel, remember? This is read HTML underscore HTML, and then you get the HTML address of that page. Now the page has to be secured page using HTTPS, not HTTP only, yeah? And page should allow you to do that. Once you do this, it will get the whole page, and then you need to find which section in the page you're going to display. So let's look at this. Just run it. So now it did run, still running, and now we can see the data. Now the difference between this and the other one, if you say score, yeah, dot head, you will get an error. Okay, so this is the error, and the error is saying list object has no attribute head. It's in fact because you have multiple tables here, not only one table. The list of tables. There's table here, there's table here, and there is table here. Which one you want to read from that list? And this is why it's confused. So you need a bracket, one bracket. Now this means read the second table in the website. If you put 0, it will read the first one, which is this one. I don't like this one. I like this one. It's more like score and things like that. So let's look at that. This is at the time we read this one, which was so in summary, now we were able to read an HTML page through this one. So we just use import pandas PD. We created a variable called data, called score, called whatever you want to call it, and pd.read HTML, and we put the URL of that page. Then to look at the table that you want to show, because the page can have multiple tables. The first table is 0, the second table is 1. So we need to say score 1. Once I have the data and have the table, now I can do all the processing I need to do with that with that table. I can add another column, do some calculations, and do things like that. I think the video will go through this one by explaining all these things. So reading HTML is that's one thing you can do. If you come to this page again, there are lots of things related to that. For example, I'll show you this one, which if you have an image, you have taken the image somewhere, and you want to find out where that image was taken. What is the location that that the image has been taken in? And this one, I was in a trip to Turkey. I will show you something interesting, and I think it will show you how strong is the Python programming language. You can do this in MATLAB and other tools, but Python again can do it very easy. Basically, if you have an image, you have took an image somewhere, or someone sent you an image, or you have an image, you want to know where that image was taken, in which place was taking that image, when it was taking some image like this one, for example, I have. So I want to know where it taken and what time it was taken, on which date it was taken. So Python has a very useful library called execfread, which basically read an image and can return back to you many information about the image. One of it is the latitude and longitude or GPS coordinates of that image, where the image was taken, and also gives you the date, also give you some other information, but we're just focusing on those two. The code, as you can see, is very simple. Just to import the library, we're using Rebel as it is without installing anything, and just reading the file. This line, just read the file using a process underscore file, and it opened the file. This is the name of your file. Okay. Once you read the file, it just goes there and grabs some data. Look for GPS coordinate if there is a data of GPS coordinate. Now, sometimes when you take a picture using just a normal camera that does not have a GPS enabled, so this information will not be there. But most of the phones and people who keep their GPS enabled, these phones will record the place and the time where that picture is taken and put it part of the image data. But just by reading that image, you will find the information. So I just basically uploaded this image here, and I can upload more images. I have few just I'm trying to test. Here is one myself somewhere, and here is another image. I will upload from here, upload, and then add that other image. Here's the tree image. So you go there. This is the tree image. If you want to see the tree, it's just a nice tree. That image I took somewhere, and I will need to find out where I took that image during this summer break. So you come back here to the code, and this is the main code. You just change the file name. The first one is butetkl.jp because I know where it's taken. So I run it now. I get the information. So this is the latitude of that image, and this is the longitude of that image. Now, how I find where was that image taken? I can copy this one. There is a Google service, as you expect, and you come here in the Google service, you copy this one, just remove those commas here and put N. This is the N, north. And then you go to the other one, which 100 something like 101, 41, and then 36. You come back here and you paste this one again, delete this one, leave a space in between, please. And then, because this is the way it's done, it's a degree, minutes, and second. So you need a space in between. And you click there. Now it went to there. This image was taken in Kuala Lumpur Federal Kuala Lumpur. So this is where it's taking, and that's where the place the image was taking. So very precise and very clear. And you can see the image was taken 22nd of December 2017. So I was there at that date. And then if you look at the tree one, which we said tree, run it again, sorry, and just run the code, you get that. Again, it taking in July 29th, that's correct. And these are the coordinates where that image was taken. The location where it was taken was in mountains, and I don't think it will be able to show us any road. There are no roads in that place where normal roads, but I think you can see now the location. And simply that's how it works. So if you have any image now, just put it into this code and you can find out if where that image was taken and when was taken. Given that image, this is where it is, and you can see it's was in here is written, was taken in Trabzon, Turkey. Something I don't read in Turkish. I don't know what's written there, but it's in Trabzon, Turkey, and that's where it was taken. Yeah, so you can see now. You can also read some data from images and extract location, extract time, and extract other things to do. Here I will show you something about presenting some text data in a form of cloud to summarize data. Come to this video. We will use word cloud, or basically we'll create or generate word cloud in Python. We will use large data that is in a text format and convert it to a word cloud. So in doing that, we need just a little bit look at the fundamentals. So what is word cloud? Word cloud used for large text. If you have a large text and you want to present that text in a visual way by focusing on the important words in that text, the words that repeated multiple times and people seem interested in that phrase or word, then this will come in a large text. Usually data are coming from social media is a good target for that, looking at what people are tweeting about and what are the common things talking about it. Customer feedback on a survey which has an open text, for example, asking customers about what to improve, what they are happy about, and things like that. These are a text that you need to analyze, and word cloud can help. Of course, there are so many techniques to do that. Word cloud is just one step in a big process of managing large data, given that we already using Python and Pandas for data analytics, we will look at word cloud. Also can be a website content that you would like to look at it, or can be an article or anything, any large text that you would like to analyze. It looks like this when you generate a word cloud. It gives you pictures with different words in it. The size of the word is indication of how many times that word being mentioned by different people in your survey or in your report or in your article, and that gives an indication of interest, and people are interested on those keywords. And then the next step, you can do further analysis focusing on those areas or the topics that include those words. Why people use it? Different reasons. One of it makes an impact. You can easily visualize and show the things that are important to the people, and that will make an impact. It's easy to understand. Just by looking at it, you can see based on the size of the word or phrase that gives you indication this is important for the people, or the talking about it and they need to discuss it further, and can easily be shared. It's an image. Just you copy the image and send it in an email or post it social media or do whatever you want to do with it. Now, how to install your word cloud on your Python? If your Python already has word cloud installed, that's fine. If it's not installed, then you need to install it. So the package that you need to install, we know in Python we use pip to install any package. You can then use the word install and then the package name. So pip install the package name. For this case, it is pip install word cloud because our package is word cloud. So word cloud is the package. Now, if you are using Jupyter Notebook or Microsoft through Microsoft Azure or local installation and you want to install it from within Jupyter Notebook, then the only difference is you have this sign exclamation mark or sign at the beginning that will allow you to run the pip inside the Jupyter. Without the exclamation mark, it will not accept it and it'll give you an error. Now, the source or the data that we're going to use, we will be using data from data.word, and we'll be focusing on customer reviews of Amazon products. Amazon has so many products, as you know, and what the opinion of the customers about this product. And we will focus on the text component of that opinion. So we'll do that, and you can go to this website and download the source, data source that we're looking at. Now, to import, to start your process, you need to import Pandas for sure, because we were reading a CSV file, and then you need to also import word cloud and stop words from word cloud. And stop words are those words that people use very often. Like, for example, if you look at the letter A, a car, hospital, D or the THE, about, so many words that we use in almost every sentence. There's something, as, are, has, these are there. So you want to remove them from your analysis. You don't want any of them to come as the highest one, because it's not really the focus of your analysis. Then also there is a function or properties called stop words that we can also import. So this line from the word cloud will import the word cloud function and the property stop words. Okay, and this is a list of different stop words that should be eliminated from our text. And then, because we're going to draw a plot on the screen, so we're importing matplotlib, library, which we used before. I'm sure you have seen it before. If you're going through our videos, you have used it and you know it very well. The next line, we're just reading the file and we're storing it in a data frame called df. You can call it whatever you want to call it. And this is the file which we downloaded. If you look into that file and look at the shape of that file, you will find around 1597. At the moment I downloaded it and used it, that was the size. Maybe that will go up or down, I don't know. But there are 27 columns in that one, so many columns. I want you just to look at 2 columns of that large number of columns. I cannot display the 27 columns, but there are 2 there, but one is more important. The one is reviews.text. This is a text. For each customer put his opinion about the products, and this is one. The other one is the title, which I'm not too much interested in that one. I just want to focus on the reviews.text. And if we look at this one, for example, it's more than just what you see on the screen. Why? Because you have these three dots here telling us there's more than this is what we can only display using. Now, if you look at it in details, we're looking at this one now. This is the customer feedback, and you can just have read through that one if you want. A customer is talking about his or her experience with the products and things like it's open-ended answers in unstructured, not really structured input. So it's challenging to analyze it the way we do with numbers, which become very easy. You add them, you aggregate them, you find the average, standard deviation. You can with the numbers, but here this has so many things in it. It has also the feeling of the customers, the opinion of the customers, the different things there. And so word cloud is one step to get you some insight of what really important to your customers. Here is the code, remaining code, and we will look at the live code. We'll run it and see how it works. I just want to take you through this one so you understand it. So the first one, we're just creating a variable here called stopwords in lowercase, and we're creating a set of stopwords which we imported. If you remember, here we imported stopwords here. So those stopwords are a list or a set, now becoming a set of words that will be excluded. So that line basically create a variable called stopwords, and that use the list of stopwords and convert them to a set. Just to make it clear, those stopwords are words like and, are, things that we use widely in our language. And they used to connect words. They are not themselves are the word that give us the meaning, but they're the one who connect it. Like say Hamad and Ali. I don't need and to appear because and will be there for almost many of my statements. So and will become a big one. I don't want it to appear. The THE will be everywhere, almost in every sentence. We don't want it to appear, so we eliminate them. So there is a list of stopwords that we need to eliminate from the text. So when we visualize the text, these words are not appearing on the screen. So we can later easily work with them. We will not do any sophisticated thing with that set. It's just we're using as one of the parameters. We'll look at it. Now here we create a function. You can call it anything. I called it my word cloud, whatever. But this function takes two parameters. One is a must. That means we need to supply that one, otherwise the function will not work. And the other one is optional. If you know this already, that's good. But if you didn't know that, the optional parameter or variable usually has a value equal none. Title equal none. That means I can run this function, I can call it by providing only data and not providing anything for the title. But if I provide, that will be fine. But if you do not provide, it's okay. So that allows this one to be optional parameter. Now we go inside the function and we creating a new variable, I'll call it word cloud, lowercase. And this one is calling the function word cloud. Where is that word cloud coming from here? This is the one we're using, which we imported from word cloud. We imported this one. So this function we're using now requires so many parameters, and those parameters are only for us to set up how our cloud will look like. So we can give it a background. Here it's white. We can set the stopwords as the stopwords, means ignore the stopwords in your calculation. With the maximum words, we look at only the top 200, but you can make it top 100, top 50, top 10, whatever you want to do. Yeah, and that will display how many words on the cloud, the maximum words. We will change those numbers, you will see how it works. Maximum font size means the largest word or phrase in your graph, how big it is, what is the size of that font. Okay, and scaling based on the size and random state is 1. Now this is the parameters that you can change, and we will change them. And then you apply another function to this one, which generate using the data. str data means convert this data to string, okay, and generate for that one, generate the word cloud. So this one will find the list of words that used widely in the text, and each one has a number that indicate how many times it was repeated. So this is calling that function, and the data will be stored into word cloud. So we have now word cloud. Next thing, we need to plot it on the screen. So we'll create a figure using plot.figure. And here we're putting figure size. So I'm putting 2020. That means the size of our plot, and we can make this one bigger or smaller as we like, and you can see to do that. I don't want to display the axis, the X and Y, so I used off here. And then I said if title, we said this is optional, yeah? If title is provided, is data for the title is provided, then add the title, okay? And that will add the title. And then show the word cloud on the screen. Yeah, these two lines will show the word cloud on the screen. This will plot it, and this will show it. Okay, now that's done. The next thing we need to do, we need to call the function. And here comes this line here, which I'm having challenge showing you. But here's the line. I'm calling the function my word cloud, passing to it one column from df, which review.text. Okay, then applying to it drop NA. I don't need any NA. If data is not available, ignore it. Otherwise, if I have large NA and I do not drop NA, NA will be one of the words that will be displayed on the cloud. Okay, let's now have a look at the live one, and here is our live one, and we're looking at it. This is the import which we all spoke about it. It's there, so we'll just run it and look at the shape, correct? And now here is our function, and we just run that function. It displays this cloud for us. You can start now play with it. You want to see only, say, 50 words. Yeah, you see you have so many here. I want only 50, and run it. I get only 50. See, the number went into down. You want only the top 10. You do that, it gives you only the top 10. So you can decide how many maximum words you would like to do. See, things like 1, we can add it maybe to the stop word. Now maybe you can add it to the stop word you want. Then that will eliminate them from our list. But now they are not into the stop word. Okay, so let's put this one back to 200. Now the maximum font, you know, the size of the bigger font, and the rest of it. I think now you have a good idea about how it works. Now, if your column that you're looking at is different, you just basically need to change this one and put the column name here. And then it will display the word cloud that one. Now here, if remember, we have something called title, I think, yeah? Title. and run this. See, this is using the title. As we said in our example, we have reviews, titles, and we have reviews. Now we applied the same, giving us. Yeah, I think that's good. You have seen that one. See if there's anything. Now, if you want to learn about group and appending and adding data to group, this is the video here. We'll do that. The turtle you already know. Sorting data frame. It's another one which I'll run for you quickly. Then we'll welcome to this video. We will see how we do sorting. Sorting means putting things in order, ascending or descending. And you have to say sorting. Okay? I will just jump through this video to show you the sorting. Basically, we just here have two groups. We have group A and group B, two data frames. So imported data from grade Excel, and we have another G2 from grade Excel. The two. One, I took the two sheets in this one. In the file, there are two sheets, one ICT 203 in the Excel file, and the other sheet is CIS 2303. So there are two sheets, and I want to combine the two sheets in one sheet. So what I did the first sheet, second sheet, and then we're using here append, and we add group the second group to the first group. So the new group GR only is GR1 append GR2. Now, if you want to append or merge two sheets, the two sheets must be identical in terms of the structures. They must have the same column, otherwise your data will not match. You can combine only those who are the same column. If they are not the same, you can do some processing to make that sheet, one of the sheet, equivalent to the other sheet in terms of structure by changing the column name, organizing the columns, and things like that, and then you merge them. But they have to be the same. Like I have student grade, the two sheets are the same there, so I can easily merge them together because the structure is the same. Sheet 1 to sheet 2, we run this one. So here we did merge that two sheets. Now, if you look at the head of the new data, will come the merge of the two sheets together, and that will be using append. Append is a simple one to do. That's it, I think. Now, of course, we can display different data, as we said before. If you want to sort the data, this is the new thing. Let's jump here. If I want to sort data in a column, I want to sort them means I want them to be ascending or descending based on certain parameters. Then what I can do, I use the sort values, sort values, dot sort underscore values, and then I decide what are the columns that I want to sort it with. And here I can put the column. Now, there are two columns I'm going to use. So I use square bracket, ID, and then test one. So I want it to be sorted by ID. So the student IDs will be sorted and by this and by test one. Score of test one. This is here now. Square bracket is needed because I'm using two columns here inside. So you have to use square bracket to do that. And you can add the third column, fourth column as you like to do. And then you decide. Let me stop my talking. If you want it to be ascending in ascending order, then you can decide here. Ascending equal. The first ID should be ascending order, means from smaller to the bigger. The second item, 0, I want to see the student with the highest score first. So I said 0 here. And this is the way. The second row is this, the second column is ascending. The first column is ascending, and the second one is descending. So these are the two columns you have. I'm sorting by ID, so the ID will be, now we can stop. So now you look at the data, it will be sorted by test one, and you can see the high score is coming first, and these are, so you can sort data by using sort values. Of course, it's a more than just that. You can do more with sorting more than two columns, and you can do this. So this video is just doing that. I think this video, the audio here is lower, I don't know why, anyway, but these are the things we do. Okay, let's go down, go back. We have pandas adding total is easy. We have done it last time when we multiplied, we created the VAT, if you remember. Conditions is important thing in pandas. I think we'll do it together. Now I have some tea, and we'll look at the conditions together. And then we have what else I want you to see. The Jupyter fine has some other things here. This course we created in 2000 something 12 or something, which was a good course, I think. Okay, let's see. You have any questions for me? Where are you? Did I lose you somewhere? Where is this? I don't see you. Oh, you are here. You are here. I can see some hands up there. Let's come here and listen to your questions. Yes, Aisha. Aisha, I can see your hand is up. Okay, let's move to Arwa. Then Aisha will come. Arwa, can
Sir,
yeah,
yes, can you hear
go
me?
ahead. Yes, I do.
Yes. Will we be able to use the codes in one of our lessons?
I didn't get clearly what you mean, Arwa.
Will we use the codes that were on the videos in one of our lessons?
Yes, yeah, yeah. Yes, of course.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you. Okay, Stephen.
Yeah, in the videos primarily, I had some questions about the ascending order also, because
Oh,
when we were talking about it, the test score 19 was lower and 18 was first. Yeah,
which one was
how?
that?
It was the sorting.
Sorting. Sorting. Do you see what is it? This video sorting? I just show it. Oh, here is it. Yeah. Yeah, let's go back to it. Welcome to this video. I think you were looking at maybe let's come here. This is the sorting. Yeah, sorting. Yeah.
Yeah, 18, 16, 19. What?
Yeah, we're sorting the test one descending, means from the highest to the, oh, you're right. Yeah, there's 19 here. There's something wrong maybe here. No, it should not be. 19 should be first. You're right. It should be first. We can do one ourselves, and then we'll go through that. It should be descending, and it should be first, unless maybe this 19 is stored there in a different. Yeah. This is okay. No, it's not wrong. It's correct. Let me explain it. We're sorting the ID first. So, for example, the student M01233031, we sorting his data. Within his data, only his data, not other student data, we have to sort his test based on the highest mark. So for 31, the highest mark is 18, not 16. Now this one is another student. Student 32 sorted his data, and the 19 came above 17. You get it
Oh,
now? Yeah?
so we're doing
So,
it like on the same ID. We're doing
yeah,
it for each one, but the ID has to come
yes,
first.
exactly, exactly. Otherwise, you cannot do it. We cannot do it both together. It has to be the student ID within that student ID, because you have multiple students inside this one. Within that student ID, what is his highest grade? Within the second student ID, what is his highest grade? Because we're doing it this way. That's how it works.
If we had two conflicting things, like we wanted one ascending and the other one descending fully, but the ascending values have messed up values, it will show the ascending values first and then ignore the descending one.
If the missing value is not there, there is a missing value. For example, there is a student, assume this student we're talking about. His second grade is missing, okay? And we are sorting this way, by the ID first, then the test second, but the ID is ascending, the test is descending. And this 17 is not there, it's empty. Then 17 will come first. The empty one always come first. This is why we need to remove the missing data from our processing when we do this. Something we need to talk about it today. So removing those data that are missing. So to make sure we compare apple to apple, not a missing data which we don't know. Maybe it's higher, maybe it's lower. Or assume that missing data is zero. If we have rules there, no missing data should be there unless the student did not attend the test, or something like that. Yeah, that's how it is. So if you both are the same, the first the two numbers are the same, so it will make no difference for it. This one will control first, the ID first, and then the number within the ID.
Sir, another question. What if, like, when we have to make like the ID ascending, like if in a different case, but then if we make that ascending, the other one cannot be descending. Otherwise, it will ruin the ascending order. What do we do?
This, if we make the ID ascending, we can make the second ascending or descending. It's up to us. We can make both of them ascending, if you want, or if we want only the ID ascending, we don't want the second one, regardless what it is, then we can also do that. We don't need to supply the zero, just we'll put bracket 1, and that will take care only with the first one. If you want only the second one, we can ignore the first one and add 1 or 0 for the second one. So we can decide which one we want to be ascending. Usually people sort things with only one first to do, if the data is not duplicated. Now here the challenge is, I have a student that has multiple data, and the same student record is appearing multiple times. If the student appearing multiple times, I can sort by ID, but within the ID itself, within that student himself, do I need to sort by another column? If I want to sort by other column, I need to add it here and decide for the second column, is it ascending or descending order to do. And that's and you can add a third column, fourth column. But if there is no duplicate of data, duplicate, it's not duplicate is a bigger word. Duplicate when everything is the same, all the numbers are the same, In that case, you need to remove the duplicate because this is a duplicate. But this is not a duplicate. This is the student has a multiple record, the same student. One record for the first course, one other record for the second course to do because I took his grade from two places. And then in this case, I need to do. It could have been better for this example if we have a column that indicate the course code. Now we merge two courses, as you can see. We merge ICT to whatever and CIS to 303. So we merge two courses. When we merge them, we could have added one column here that specify the course code. And the course code will become useful for us to know the difference between these numbers. Now, this 18, is it for the first course or for the second course? I don't know. If I have a column saying this is CIS and this is ICT, could have been better to deal with. But the idea here was just to show you how the sorting work. Yes, Stephen.
Yeah, thank you.
Okay. Aisha, you are on mute. Maybe you're talking, but we can't hear you. Hur,
Hello, sir.
yes, Aisha, yeah, go ahead.
I had a question in um the one that we were doing before the just the stopwords, like after the stopword.
Yeah,
When
word cloud. The
yes,
word cloud.
in the
Yeah.
word cloud, when we're making the function, right, the my word cloud, why do
Yeah.
we add commas after each of the lines?
Where is that word cloud example? Yeah, here is it. Okay, let's come to this video. Let's jump here to the code. I think you're talking about the code that we have
Yeah,
here.
yeah,
Yeah.
here. Yes, here, sir.
Which, yeah. So why are we
Here,
adding comma where?
here after background color stopwords, because we usually
Very
don't
good.
add the commas, right, in Python. I'm not
No,
sure
we
why.
add comma. We add comma when there are parameters that we send to a function or a method, multiple parameters. We divide those parameters by comma. Yeah. Let me show you something. We did this one, isn't it? For example, let's come to here and let's create at the end here a function. So if we create a function, call it def calculate total, okay, total, something like that. And we pass to this one A and B, and we have here, and we say print A plus B. This is a function now we created. Now, if I want to call this function, I can say calculate total, and then I need to pass 5 and 6, isn't it? This I can do with
Yes.
this format. I can do with this format, still okay. If I
Okay.
Okay.
have here, yeah, but instead of doing that format, here we just because it's too small, so we don't need to do it that way. So this is exactly the same thing. Where is that video? Here is the video. Yeah, and
Command
this
is optional.
these commas we added. Yeah, here is it. These commas are separating those data which we're passing. Yeah, same thing. Okay. Any other question, Aisha?
No, sir.
Thank you. Hor,
For running the word cloud, do we have to install the package first? But like, what was the package name that you used in the
yeah,
video?
it's yeah, the package. I think we said here we have to install it. Of course, it depends on the language, on the platform using. But you need to install something called Word Cloud. Now you can test it by writing this line from word cloud, import word cloud. If it doesn't work, that means you need to install it. And to install it is a simple. You could say pip. Let's see here. If I want to install it, I call pip install word cloud. Yeah, I do this. That's the way I install it, and now it will go through and say it's already there. Requirement already satisfied. So if you don't, you can run this pip install word cloud. Will install it for you.
Okay, sir. Thank
Yeah.
you.
If you download Anaconda the way I explained, you will not need it. It's already installed.
Sir,
Rayhan? Yeah.
sir,
Yes, sir. Yeah. Go ahead.
sir, I have Anaconda, but I'm trying to run the code and it's showing me an error.
Yeah. Can you share screen? Will you be able to share screen?
Okay, sir,
Maybe.
I'll share it in the chat.
Yeah, put it in the chat. Yeah, but the way you run it, you need, as we said, you go to Anaconda, you start Anaconda, you get. Yeah, put it in the chat. Let's look at if there is something we can help you with.
Okay, sir.
Okay, thank you. Now, Rayhan.
Hello, sir. Sir,
Yes.
I had a question regarding that dot function that
Uh,
you used dot to sort
yeah,
underscore values. Like, is that
yeah,
function like a general like full Python that you can use it in any library, or is it only like related to the pandas?
yeah.
Is it like
Is this noise coming from your side or someone sitting beside you or someone else making this noise? Because I wasn't able to hear you, Rayhan.
uh, um that function which you used, which is that dot sort underscore values for like
Yeah,
arranging the values? Is it general to like Python? Like, can you use it in any library, or is it like related only to pandas?
this is related
For
to
like sort,
pandas. Yeah, related to panda, but there
it's
are
only
other
related.
similar. Yeah, this is related to pandas. Yeah, because you can see we're using creating a data frame and then applying it to data frame. This is only from pandas, but there are other equivalent sort related to dictionary and others. You can find them.
Okay, thank you.
Okay, good. Thank you. Back to Stephen.
Yeah. I had another question in the word cloud thing also. When we said the stop words equals stop words, why?
Yeah, it's a very good question. What is the code? Good.
Sir,
Now,
can you share screen?
before that, and just look here. We imported something stop word all uppercase. Yeah, this is a library of stop words that already created by the word cloud, and we importing it. Yeah, we just importing it. So this will give us a text with all the stop words, a and uh, the all of it. Yeah, that will come from the library. When we come here in the code, yeah. So here we said we created a new variable, lowercase, called stop word. Okay, and then we set that one as a set, not as a list. Why we put it as a set? Because the set will remove the duplicate. If there is and in the list of stop word twice, and will appear only once. Okay, and that's the reason we convert it to a set. And then we just taking the data came from the library. So this now will have a clean list that are only one stop word from each stop word. we have. Okay, and this is
Sir,
it. Now,
I
yeah.
can't see the screen.
Oh, sorry. I'm not sharing screen. I'm explaining. This is strange because I think I stopped my screen. Okay, back. Good, good. You told me that. You didn't say. Let's come back here. Yeah. So here. So here we imported from word cloud library. We imported from word cloud. We imported word cloud and stop word. So two things. There's a function or a class called word cloud. We imported it, and we imported stop word, which a text that in a list that include all the stop words that word cloud has identified. General stop word, not related to the text we dealing. This is all the stop word in the English language there. So these are all the stop words in the English language being imported as a list. So this uppercase stop words is a list of all stop words in English language. When we come here, we are creating a new variable, our own variable called stop word, or call it S or ST or whatever we want to call it. And then we took that stop word coming from the library and converted it to a set. We converted it as a set because we need to avoid any duplication. If and repeated in the library, which most likely not repeated, but in case, then that and will appear only once to be. Okay, so that's what we do. Now, when we come into the function and we call that stop word, we're saying here stop words, yeah, equal stop words. This stop word is the parameter that required by this function. This stop word is this one stop word. It could have been easier if I call this one ST and I used only ST here, it will become clearer for you. But you need to look at it that way. This is ST equal stop word, and this one stop words equal ST. This is the parameter, and this is the value we're passing to that parameter in this case. Now, this is more a class than a function, but I think the concept is becoming clear. Once we do that, we do. Is it clear now for you, Stephen?
Yeah, it's clear. I also had another question, like in the code before, when we said from word cloud, import word cloud, why can't we just
Yes.
directly say import?
Yes, this is very good question. Now, there are two ways you import. If you want to import the whole library, you just say import pandas as PDF. This will get you the whole pandas. And whole pandas has so many things, plotting graphs and sorting and doing many things. You're just importing everything. But if you just need specific section or classes from that library that you want to import, you don't want to import the whole library, then you can use this format. Say from word cloud, import these two only. Yeah, these two only now will be specific from the library. We don't want to import the whole library. A similar thing in Java. When we did import java dot util dot scanner dot array list, I could have used, instead of dot scanner dot array list, I could have put dot star. Star will import everything in the utility, but because it's huge, that may overload your computer memory to do. So you need specific things. I'm dealing only with this two word cloud and stop word. So this way is a more efficient way to import from the library. Import what you need, not everything. Good?
Yeah,
Okay,
okay.
good. But you still can import everything if you want. Where is the other people? I lost this. Is any other hand, Ayan? Yes, Ayan.
Yes, sir. Yeah, I had a
Ayan
question.
or Ayan? Ayan
Ayan.
Ayan, okay. Right.
Yeah. So I had a question. So what is like a real life application of word cloud?
Oh yeah, the real wide application is summarizing customers' feedback. That's a very clear one. So you need to see your customers, what are the key things they are focusing on, especially those feedback, text feedback, open-ended answers. So it gives
Oh,
you a big picture of that one. That's one of the common use cases. Or something, for example, you're looking at accidents on the roads and their text describing all those accidents. You need to find out what are the cause of those accidents mostly. You can plot a word cloud and then give you those big words coming on the screen. In most accidents, it's appearing. Maybe this is something to look at it. It's a more visualization of text. That's the application of it.
okay. Thank you, sir.
Pleasure.
Sir,
Yes,
sir,
yes.
how do you find the location of a image in Python? Like, I don't understand that.
Okay, let me explain that one. That's a good one. Where is that video we had? I get lost in my screen. Is it here? Oh, okay, let's stop here. This, I'll go just quickly through that video and I'll show you how we'll do something interesting that I think basically, as I said, let's just jump here. Okay, this is everything. It's very simple. See, the code is very simple. Now, Python has so many libraries, yeah, and you can search for these libraries. I'll show you some other examples, but it's very simple. I need to import a library called EXI fread. This basically is a library that allow you to read images to do. So you just read that image, import it, and then use this command called process file. Process file and you supply the file you need to do. And once you supply the file, then that data stored now in something called tags. Okay. And these tags, you need to find the location. And to find the location, this is the way you do it. You need to create a list of data. And you come with a new variable as well. And that new variable take the data from I, which started by 0, from beginning of your file, and goes through the whole file in binary format. You know, the images are binary format. If you open them, you'll find 0, 1, 0, 1, 0, so many. So this one goes through them one by one. This is a for loop. It's a more efficient way of doing this for loop. And every time it it look for GPS location. In the image, there are so many data there, but most of the data are not related to the GPS. When you take a picture, in the picture will store the GPS in the picture, in the bind, and we'll have it tagged as GPS there. So it goes and finds something that related to GPS in the file. And then once you have it, it's stored in GE. So in GEO will have three things. Can be this X, can be anything. We'll have three things, three data there. The first data is latitude. And the second one is longitude. And the third one is the date. So if you say just print GE, there are three columns. You look at it like a data frame now. There are three columns. The first column, GPS latitude. And if you print it, you will get the latitude, which will come here. If you print the other one, you'll get the longitude to do. And the last one will print the data. Now, if you want to know more about EXAF read, look at the library and you can read it. You read most of it. and then you'll find some more details.
Sir,
Of course, yeah.
sir, I did the code, but I kept on getting an error, sir. I don't know what's the reason. It's the
Maybe the
exact same.
library is the library installed on the version you're using?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yeah. Is the image in the same folder and you put the same name of the image?
Yes, sir.
Does that image has some images will not work because there are some images do not have GPS. The format it doesn't work for every image, by the way. It works for images taken by a phone or a device that store the GPS, and that GPS tracking was enabled at that time. These are the conditions for that image to be the right image format to do, and it should be JPEG image. Okay, this library here, this is the way format, but you can look at other libraries to do. Yeah, maybe send me your image and code if you want us to try. But it doesn't work for all images. It has to be the image that is in the right format with GPS enabled. Arwa, you are on mute. Maybe you're speaking, but I'm not hearing you. Okay, go to Stephen. Yes, Arwa.
Um, how do you read Excel files to CSV using Pandas?
Reading Excel file?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, reading Excel file is very simple. Yeah.
Yeah.
You do the following. Yeah. So you need first to import pandas for sure. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Then you decide where you come with the variables, grades, for example. Okay. For example, and then PD. That's dot read underscore Excel. Okay. And the good thing here, once you do PD, you put dot. I think if you press tab, yeah, see, if you press tab, what I did, just for you to know, put dot, press tab now, will give me all the type of commands that I can use after PD, which all these things, I can do so many things, and you can go through it and you'll find read here. So there's read comma separated file underscore read Excel read if okay, and then you specify the Excel file you want to do, and you read it. Now if you have multiple sheets, you need to say sheet name, sheet name equal, because you know the Excel file can have multiple sheets, as you know. Yeah,
Yeah.
I think you, yeah. So you need to specify the sheet name. If you have only one sheet, then that's what you need. You just need to put the file name here, and the file should be in the same folder where your code is in. But if it is somewhere else, like it is in C drive, data, courses, you need to put the whole path to do. Yeah.
Yeah. One more question.
Yeah.
How do you how do you like
I lost you. I think maybe you're on mute now. Yeah, you're on mute.
yeah. How do you read Excel files to see CSV using Pandas?
To see what? You said how to read Excel file to see. Yeah.
Sir, I'll type it.
I just explained how to. Yeah, you type it. Okay, good. Let me see your chat. Maybe it is not down. Did you put it in the chat? Okay, there's issue hearing you. You're cutting off Arwa today. I don't know what's wrong with you. But to read Excel file, just you read the Excel file and then you start manipulating the data and working with the data. That's what you need to do. Okay, Stephen, just put it in the chat, please, or in the QA. I think you maybe more, or I'm sorry for not being able to know what you want. How do you get the, okay, that's a different thing. Okay, back to Stephen.
Yeah, and the GPS thing, I noticed there's like another thing called RB after the name of the image. Why do we use that?
Yeah, that's is it read when you open a file, you need to decide if you opening it for read and write or read only or RB, it gives that information. Yeah.
When we're using like, oh,
Yeah, here is it. Yeah, you mean this image goes second, also gives you the date. Yeah. RP, I think is that what it is, but let me get the, because I did this video a long time ago. Where is that image? I come here. So, if read ChatGPT again. How XAF read works in Python. Here is it, so it's explaining it. And you can, this is the explanation, you can install it from here. And this is coming here, and this is the explanation. Explanation is open the image file. You open the image file in binary mode. Yeah, in binary mode. So RP, it open it in binary mode. What other mode I can open the image in? You said binary mode. Now I will ask it what other mode you can open the image. Now it will give you all this. So RP for binary, if you want to get it in write binary used for writing binary, you can do W write. This is read binary, this write binary, read write binary. And there is R for read, W for write, and A for appending using appending text, and AB for appending binary, and RP, read an image file binary mode, commonly used for extracting EX data. So it's here, yeah, that's it.
yeah, and
yeah,
oh, sorry. About the
no,
I and tags, like, what are we doing? Is like I a definite letter, or can we use anything, X or something?
you can use anything in the loop. You mean this the for
Yeah.
yeah, I can be anything, can be X. You have to just make sure you put the same here. If you change this one here, you change everything there. This is
And
just a
yeah,
value.
why do we do the curly braces?
Yeah, curly braces, because this is a block of code. It's not only, this can be multiple lines. I could have I colon tag 1, this is a line, then 4 I end range another line, and then F another line. It can be multiple lines because it's a block of code, but we put it all in one place. So this is why we need curly brackets, because it's a block of code.
So, alright. This function also goes through the images and checks if it has GPS.
Yes. Yeah, it will look for the GPS. Yeah.
And then into the other lines, we use that same GPS before GPS latitude and all that.
Yes. Yeah. Yeah. This one here, once you get the GE will come to you like a data frame, which has three columns. Column called GPS latitude, another column with this one. To read any column like we do in the pandas, we need the column. We need the data name, then square bracket, and then the column name, and then that will give you the data, like what we did in here. Let's look at. When we were here, for example, I want to get the VAT. What I did, cells, column, then VAT. Okay, square bracket, and then VAT. Here we did the same thing. It's GE instead of cells, square bracket, and then the column name. So this will get us the latitude from GE. GE will collect those data only when there is information about GPS. We'll collect it, put it in GE, and GE now I can extract data from it by selecting the column that I want to extract.
Okay. Also in the sorting code, I'm not sure if it's the sorting or another. Oh yeah, it is in the sorting code. Like
Also
when we
give
had
you
if
some
title,
other information. Sorry. Yeah, I'll go back. Yeah, maybe
we
in the
had like
sorting.
yeah, was it
Yeah.
necessary for us to make like if title then this?
Yeah, let's look at where is
When we did the code for if title.
Oh, that's not in
Oh,
was that in the
that's
sorting?
the
I think.
yeah, yeah, no, that's the words stop words. Oh, sorry.
Ah, yeah, the cloud, yeah. Yeah, remember that word and the word cloud. And the word
Yeah, that
cloud
one.
to this video, yeah, also can be a website. I know where you're talking about, but let me jump to it quickly. I think it should be here, maybe this is the one. Yeah, here, the title. Yeah. The title,
Yeah.
if you put the title in this way, title equal none, that means the title is optional. If the user provided title, the title of the picture we're generating will be added. If the user did not provide title, it's not displayed. And because it's optional inside that method, I need to have a condition. If it provided, if title means is not empty. When you say this way in Python, if title means if title is not empty. Yeah, it's a very simple way. If title is not empty, then this add the title to the figure. Figure, add the title to it. If the title is empty, ignore the whole thing here. Don't add the title to do. If
Hmm.
we put it as a conditional, we need to have this one here. If we put it a must provided, no need for if. We just could have said figure equal that. If it's not without equal dot none, it becomes a must. In this case, the user must supply title. If the user must supply title, I don't need to check for a condition. It has to be there. Otherwise, the function will not work, will not be executed. But because it's conditional here, I have to work something for it here to allow it to happen or not happen.
Hmm. Okay. And also in fig equals plot figure. What's this one doing?
Which one?
Like
This one?
one comma
Yeah.
fig size. What's
What
one
are you
doing?
talking?
Fig equals
Is it
plt
this
dot
line?
figure. Yes.
This line, yeah?
Yeah.
Okay, so this line will plot it, but it does additional thing by providing a size for it. The size for that screen to appear. You can make this one a square, do it anything. This is the size of the plot to appear. So if you want to provide the size for that graph, chart, whatever you want to do, and then you can use a figure, and then you provide the size of that one.
Yeah, but I mean, what is the number one doing here?
The number one here, honestly, I don't know. The number one here could be anything. We can find it now. And yeah, do this. Now let's do this. Okay, we'll come to our friend. Where is our friend ChatGPT? I don't know, but let's see. Let's find out. Download here. Okay. Did it load it? What does the number one ref, refers to? Okay. Let's see. Now, so in figure, the number one refers to the figure number. You have multiple figures you can have in the same diagram. If we are dealing with the first figure, we'll display that will be figure one. If you have another figure, you need to put two, and so on. Figure number. The number one is identifying the figure that we will have. We could plot multiple things there, but we need number one to be that size and number two to be the other size. Okay?
Yeah,
Good,
okay.
good.
Thank
What
you, sir.
else do you have? Pleasure. Now, you notice how ChatGPT can help you learn anything. You just ask those good questions, and instead of asking it to someone, you can ask someone, always better to deal with human, but you can start ask the same question to ChatGPT. Take a picture of it, say, what does this one? Why we need that one? How this one? What I can do to, if I change this one? Okay, how can I automate the process of extracting, analyzing data from many pictures? Very good question. This is very good questions, really. What you can do, the multiple things you can do. One, you can create a pandas file that read a folder. Yeah. So the steps is you read a folder. So here are the steps. Yeah. Let me find the text. Maybe not this. Not this one. I need to find maybe a Word file. I just give you the process. Okay. So create a folder. This is the process. Upload all files. Now you need to find yourself how you do this. Yeah. Create folder, upload files, create Python code that open the folder, okay, and go through the files one by one. For each file, now you need a loop, yeah. So this will read the files, yeah. For each file, for each file, file, read the GPS information using the code in the video. Okay, You don't need to repeat the import. You repeat only the section. And for each for each file, let's put this one in a list here. Yeah, just do it for display GPS information. This is an option, display GPS information. The other option maybe create, other option maybe you can come here and say create a data frame, an empty data frame, and empty data frame there. Now add each image GPS information to the data frame. Okay, this is one. Now we finished with all of it. Now we finish here. Write the data frame to an Excel file. Okay, so let me write here. So this is the logic behind it. How to do it? Easy. Once you know the logic, easy. So we read the folder. We need to find how we can read the folder. You can search and find it. This is your task. Then, of course, you create a folder, you know how to create. Upload file, you know how to upload. Then create a Python code that opens the folder and go through the files one by. I think you can say create a Java code that does the following. Yeah, maybe I can take this one from here and add it here. Okay, this step may be better. So create an empty data frame, create a Python code, create, and then this will be the code you will do, and that's it. Now this will do that for you. Find out how you can automate this one. Now, if you want this one to be fully automated, if you are running terminal, let me get, if you're running Windows, I'm not sure how you do that, but let me show you how to run it. If I'm running a new shell, let's create a new window. Okay, in Mac, in Windows, you need to go to the command prompt. After you install Python, you will have Python installed on your computer, of course. Yeah, and you can program in Python here directly. So now I am in Python. I can do everything. I can say L equal 1, 2, 3, close that. Yeah, and I can say print bracket L. I'm not sure which version I'm using because there's different. Now it's working. So I have full. I can write the code here, the whole code, or not into what they call it, Jupyter. I can write it here, and this will create a file for me. And I can then use tools to help automate it. Uh, when something change in the file, it run this code and extract the data automatic without me doing anything. Just I drop it there, it will notice there is a file added to the folder, it will run the script, it will extract the data, it will store it into uh, uh, what Excel file for me. Then I'll find it in the Excel file. That's one way you can do this. Yeah, but these things you need to do yourself. You need to start taking what you learn to the next step and grow your learning. Not only what I did teach you here. What I did teach you here has a limit because I have a limit time and we have to answer questions and stuff like that. But when you on your own, you can start exploring it. And you have the tools around. You have ChatGPT, you have YouTube, you have so many resources. Just ask the right question and you will get the information to do. And use your brain to think. Before you jump into the coding, think of the logic. Oh, how this can be done. What are the steps I have to take? Think of the steps, then the coding becomes very easy. You will find so many resources helping you find the code to do it. And that's my advice to all of you. Grow your learning on your own. Don't be depending on others, and share with others what you learn. You see, I create so many videos, I have so many channels and do. Why? Because I feel when I share with others, I feel very satisfied because as human, we have to share our knowledge. The other thing, I learn better as well. I get some good questions like these questions you are asking me and make me think. So start create maybe video and share, show others. Maybe people will not react to you, they will not bother to say thank you. You don't mind. You're doing it not because you want people to do that, because you want to do it because at least one person get into learning from what you did, and he or she will do something great with it. That's good enough for you uh, to do. So my advice, please continue doing that. We're done with Python. We covered lots of things in a very short time. But this all requires practice and requires time to do. And data analytics is one of the important areas that people will demand. Yes, AI and everything there, but you will learn later how you integrate AI using something called APIs, and you can take your analysis to further things. This will come with the time. With the more you get confident, the more you learn, you will get that. I can see Arwa, sorry, I can see your hand up. Go ahead.
Sir, can you hear me now?
Yes, I can hear you now. Yeah.
I wanted to ask earlier, like how do you read Excel files to comment separated value using Pandas?
Your CSV, not Excel file, CSV. Comma separated file is the same like Excel. Instead of you say read underscore Excel, you say read underscore CSV.
Okay. Thank you.
That's how you do it. Yeah. And it will give you the same thing. It will come in a table format, and comma separated is more common than Excel file. You'll find more data set in comma separated more than Excel, because comma separated is a uniformly accepted type of format for data. But the only weakness with it, sometimes it's not able to include some some information like images and things like that. It becomes difficult to present in comma separated file. But again, PD equal PD dot read underscore CSV and then bracket and the name of the file.
Thank you. Have a
Stephen.
good.
Okay.
I
Good.
I had
Yeah.
right a question about that. Can we also like can we like read underscore CFV but then write an Excel file? It'll convert it.
Yes. Yes. You can read from anything and write it later into Excel file. Yes, of course.
So
You
you can do
can.
anything and convert whatever file it is,
Yes, you
right?
can read. You can write it to Excel. You can read it. Write it to PDF. You can convert it to an image. Whatever you read from CSV or Excel or anything, you can convert it to anything almost. And their library, there is one convert PDF, and there's one called write to write to any of those files. Yeah, you can write to anything.
Ah, okay.
Yeah. And this is useful when you have your data in certain format, you extract it from comma separated, then you do some processing, you add additional column, you add other data from other spreadsheet, and now you have a new data. You want to save it, say in Excel. you can save it in Excel, or you create a PDF of it to do, and that you can do. Yeah.
Yeah, all right.
Okay. Good. So thank you, everyone. We're done with today. We'll have for next session we have on Monday on tools. I think important tools that you need to know that will help you in the university. We'll cover that one. And after that, we'll have 2 sessions of study skills. I'll have someone from College of Arts and Sciences who specialize in this area to come and help you with some tips and ideas to help you to improve your learning and be successful in your journey, inshallah. So thank you, everyone. Have a great day.
You too, sir.
Bye.
Get well.